What's up, guys? Old Man Sneaks here. Welcome to episode 7 of the podcast. It's another big pod. I think I'm on a roll here. Starting to gather in all of these guests and giving me their time to just talk and chat sneakers and everything in between, really. Um, Exciting times. I think the episode today is about content creators and social media and how it affects sneakers. I'm not gonna take so much of your time and then just start introducing everyone. First off, we have Paulo Fernandez, the man behind Soul Insiders. How's it going, man?
Yeah, good. Man, wow, thanks everyone for having me. Thank Old Man Snakes and everyone else in the panel. It's nice to be here, to be honest. I feel like I took a break. Started Soul Insiders 2012, and yeah, man, been around. I know Shazam's been around. Some of the guys as well, lining up for kicks back in the day, campouts in the rain, whatever you call it. Now we're literally using our thumbs to cop sneakers. So, and this is where we are today. We're doing podcasts and yeah, we're online. So yeah, looking to grow the community this way.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Thank
Next guest is probably one of the prolific sneaker content creator on Instagram. He's probably the person that I know who has got most of the followers here. And I think we can all agree that we're all a fan of his work and all his creation on Instagram. It's Derrick Narciso or Shoes and One on Instagram. How's it going, man?
Yeah. Hi guys. I'm good. I'm actually. I just came from work, just straight here, just to be in this podcast video, YouTube video, and thank you so much, Old Man Sneaks, for having me, and to be surrounded by sneaker superstars like Soul Insiders, kicking it with G, SC Kicks. Oh my God, I'm the one geeking out. I am your fan. Honestly, I'm your fan. Don't worry about my followers. That's so. Wow. Man, thank you. I'm starstruck with all of you guys in front of my screen. So let me just gather myself first. I'll let you guys go ahead.
Cool. Thanks, man, and thanks for giving me the time. I mean, we've always wanted to do this.
Yeah. How's it coming through, man?
Yeah, you're good. Cool.
Yeah,
and
it's just my work gets in the way. You know how it is, man.
That's all right, man. Cool. And our next guest back again for the his second episode in a row. I'd say he's probably friend of the show now as well. Steven Henderson or SC Kicks on Instagram. How's it going, man?
Yeah, better this week than last week. First day out of lockdown today. COVID is over for me.
Oh, so
cool.
It was good to get some sneakers on and just beat them.
Yeah.
Went for like a 6K walk, and it was brilliant to be in the light in some fresh weather again. I was going crazy, so it was just straight out. And then I went for a walk with the wife, and she understood that we had to stop every 500 meters for me to take another shot of my shoes. So no, it's been a good day.
Oh, she's a keeper.
Yeah, it's too late to throw her, so. Oh yeah, good, real good.
Cool.
Pleasure to be back on.
Happy to have you back on, man, and thanks. For the next guest again, third. I think it's your third time now. Hey, it's third time on the show.
Yeah,
Emmanuel
I think so.
Guevarra.
Yeah. Good evening, fellas. I feel like I'm part of the furniture now. Yeah, no, it's always good to be back on and speaking with you guys, especially the solid few that's on this podcast at the moment. So yeah, so a privilege again to be part of this.
Cool. And thank you for coming back. I mean, I think you're my go-to guy if I wanted some good conversation.
Oh, you're gonna go, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm in love with his voice.
He's tonight on the docile tones of Picking It with G.
Yeah.
Every
well,
time I check the podcast, if he's a guest, oh yeah, I'm listening to that on the way to work.
Can you guys all like tell my wife this? Like, she thinks of it another way, but yeah. No, thanks, guys. Flattered, very flattered.
I thought this was implied, hence the red light.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
I
See,
like it.
yeah, Paolo got it. That's the reason why I got it up there.
Cool.
Yeah, just missing the Amsterdam days, so put it on.
All right. So, are you guys excited to show what your latest pickups?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I
cool,
guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's start with Paulo first.
Oh, me?
Paulo, what are your latest
Wait.
pickups? Yeah.
Wow. Well, geez, there's a lot of DS pickups, but man, lately there's a couple of what's the word for it? A couple of L's, but I don't know. See, the thing is, when you're in a room full of these superstars, everything to them is like, yeah, I got that. but people at home, like, I'm just in love with these, to be honest. This color.
Oh,
Yeah,
This-
that's such a
yeah.
great
Color.
shoe.
Yeah.
This color, like people have seen the Atmos. Exactly. See what I mean? When you're in a room with superstars like this guy,
Oh, those old things.
it's hard. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, oh yeah.
Bruh.
But for me to be able to get these, because I was just before you came back on all that, I was talking to Emmanuel, kicking it with G, and how we have a mutual friend, and a mutual friend and I were looking to get these, and man, I think he got both, same as me, and he gave me a link to the second one, so I got the upwards as well.
nice.
So I was so
Nice,
happy with
nice.
those two colors. Actually, rather than talk about it, it's like, come on, what are we here for?
Yeah, just bring it out.
So yeah,
Yeah,
right. So I got both.
I don't have
Here we go.
those.
Come on. You don't have. Oh, please. I don't believe
No, I
you.
don't-
He'll have them
I don't
tomorrow.
I don't believe you.
I don't have it.
Yeah, right.
So-
Yeah, they'll have them tomorrow.
So yeah, and it's like it's known that I have a lot of Jordans, and I used to play a lot of basketball. But since I don't do that as much anymore, I've really leaned more towards getting like comfortable Air Maxes running shoes nowadays. So yeah, I don't know if you guys follow on Instagram, you can see that I've got more Air Maxes. Like you've seen the Paras, and you've seen the Atmos, and God damn it, shows everyone, that was your fault that I had to get those dunks. I had to get those dunks, man. yeah, those ones, the one in the back. Yeah. So the dunk, and that's why I had to do that photo with the 3 elephant prints for you.
Which one do you prefer out of the two? The blue, the Aquas, or the Monarchs?
Oh no, I prefer the Monarchs, just because
Good,
how
good answer.
how
Good answer.
the toe box, not only because the toe box, right? Look, if you have a look at how the toe box sort of what's the word for it, blends in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I prefer how it just contrasts, and then I'm actually playing. I haven't done it yet, but it's not in this one. But it's got these cream laces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking
Yeah.
at putting the cream laces on that, just the
Yeah, do
contrast.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
ooh,
Yeah.
so pretty. So
lace
pretty.
swaps are the best.
Paolo,
So
and
good.
just quickly check. The Monarchs have a more pointier toe box compared to the blue ones.
Oh, don't say that.
The blue ones.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Yep,
They do.
that is true.
Yeah.
They do.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
That's why it's Monarchs over the noise for me.
They've just been
Yeah.
eBay
Yeah.
authenticated by Shoes and One.
Exactly. There you go. Legit check done, people. Legit check done.
Let me smell that one.
DS,
Spot on,
DS,
spot on.
Yes. But no, legit. Like everyone else, except for maybe Kicks and Craze. L's everywhere, bro. L's for days. That's why when I got these and then the rest, like obviously, sometimes you have no choice. You have to hit up places like StockX, and what's the word for it? There's a few out there, Noble Ship, and what's the other one? Is it Oxstreet?
Oxstreet, yeah.
Goat and Oxstreet. So
Yeah.
I think now we're actually quite spoiled. I was on the podcast recently, and we were saying that we're spoiled. Things aren't necessarily out of reach. Yes, they're hella expensive, but like, back in the day, for us to even like be able to buy sneakers, it's either fly to the US,
Yeah.
or fly to Europe, like kicking it with G,
Yeah.
goes to France all the time, things like that. So that's how we got our kicks. So now to be able to get these, it's good. Although I'd rather have a story like if I was in the lineup and I bumped into Shozen when we're in the lineup and I got things. I'd rather that story rather than I was sent a link.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
still kind of story because my friend sent me a link and because he assisted me. That's kind of a story to it, but meaningful wise, again talking to SC Kicks, meaningfulness, I'd rather,
Meaningfulness,
That's
Yeah.
a great pickup, man. I love those. Those were my, I think,
Yeah.
2021's release for me anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of the people
Yeah.
went with the Emilion. Oh no, it's not the.
The yes?
Yeah, the
Amamaniere.
Amamaniere.
The threes,
So,
yeah.
but those were the ones for me. As an Air Max guys, those were the
that's-
sneaker release last year for me. I think, definitely.
That's cool.
See, I'm not very popular because a lot of people say yes. I actually prefer the TS1 lows. I prefer the Travis lows with the pink laces. I'm sorry.
Bro,
To me, those were the.
I love those 100%.
Yeah.
But as of late, I've been kind of cold with my Travis Scott.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just because of the recent incident. But
Yeah.
but hey, man, his kicks are still dope. Incident or no incident, man, kicks. People still love his kicks, and this it's still hyped. So
Yeah.
I actually, I was actually thinking of grabbing one as well, but kind of put that on the shelf for a bit.
I think you're just waiting for things to die down and then you'll come up here. I know, I can feel it. I can feel it. You watch.
There's still a few coming out, I think.
We'll see, man. I might actually cop some weird looking Yeezys now. Now that I've met the designer yesterday.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Carlo Drobo was his name. Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's the one that designed all the weird alien looking ones. He's a nice guy. He's a very nice
Yeah.
guy. His
Also,
taste in
not the
kicks
wave
is so
runners.
weird. He's like into trail running and all that. But
Okay.
very down to earth and very humble. Wow.
Which one did you design? Which
I'm
Yeezy?
not sure if it's the for sure the
450?
for sure the
The
wave for sure
Venom
the
looking
wave
one?
runners. For sure
Yeah.
the 450. Oh, I'm pretty sure he had a hand or designed all the weird ones, all the ones that had flowing curves on it. He's responsible
Yeah.
for that
Okay.
because
Yeah, cool.
Which is pretty much the whole line.
all of them.
yeah, but obviously he doesn't want to take anything away from the main guy, Kanye West,
Yeah.
right? So he still sort of defers to him, but obviously. Anyway, take it for what it is, I guess.
It does have
Cool.
Kanye's name on it. So.
Yeah. By Kanye West, designed by ...
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah.
Cool. All right, moving on for the next LPU. I think this is a big one. I've seen some of your posts recently. Chosen one.
No, you'll be.
Yeah, I've seen some of the posts.
Bro, you'll be
Yeah.
so surprised. By...
He just goes into the vault.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't been trying to cop as much lately. Nothing's really, I don't know. Nothing's really quite, tickled my fancy, so to say.
Mm.
But there are some kicks I did try for. What was the last release? Is that Rebellionaire? I took an L on that.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to partner it with my band 2011s, but that wasn't happening. What else did I take an L on? Yeah,
The Rebellionaires are easy
Yes,
cop.
yeah, they are.
There's still a lot
I got an
coming
L.
out. Yeah.
I got 2 L's.
Really?
Yeah, and I was going for Jordan 1, and we all know that I don't chase them.
Yeah.
I think subtype is still happening. So maybe just wait
Yeah.
for the subtype.
I guess you can all probably guess who didn't get an L.
Ooh,
The man himself.
Yeah.
The man himself.
nice. So, yep. Well, all right. So my LPU is technically not for me. I got it for my wife for Mother's Day. With my son.
Ooh.
So we were
Does she know?
in the city one day and we walked into Supply, and my son actually wanted the men's the 10.5 of this. Obviously they sold out, but they still had base sizes. And I think my wife kind of said she liked the colors because they sort of reminded her of the Philippine flag.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, any ideas?
Represent.
Nah.
Represent.
So it's a recent release, and it didn't. Well, now it's pretty much sold out. Okay, here's the box. Can you have a guess? It's got the Swiss cheese box.
The white blazer.
Off-white
Yeah,
blazer.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So she liked it, and she doesn't have an off-white one yet. So yeah, we grabbed it for her. So it's
Nice.
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 Yeah.
Nice.
the the
That's
thing
a
was
nice
this
thing.
is that this thing, even though it's rubber, it's really
Yeah.
sharp.
Yeah.
So you know, if ever someone tries to mug you in the street and you're wearing this, just take it off and poke him in the eye. Man, this thing is rubber, but it's really sharp. Look at that.
Well, I've
So
seen a
I'm-
couple
I'm-
of posts
So even
on
the yellow
Instagram that
part,
they've
is that-
actually
is
taken
that
the back
rubber
It's
off.
or
hard
plastic?
rubber, man. It's hard rubber. Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's good though.
yeah, Philippine colorway, Philippine flag colorway. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, she.
It can pass. It can pass.
yeah,
With the little blue.
I don't know. I personally may or may not try to get a pair just to, just to twinning with my wife. But well, we'll see. It's not reselling for much anyway. I think it's retail and below at the moment. So
Yeah, and I think it's being slept on. Really.
yeah,
I think.
considering it was one of the last pieces Virgil Abloh worked on, right? So
Yeah, that's right.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, geez,
yeah,
now
I don't know,
that's
man.
out of the bag. People are just going to start
Recently,
buying
man,
them now.
Yeah, everyone's on it.
Yeah.
Better jump on StockX
Yeah,
before
that's
this
it.
goes up on Monday.
Yeah, that's it.
start hoarding them and resell them. So yeah, that was my latest pickup. It's for my missus for Mother's Day.
Cool.
So yeah, not really much.
Still a
Thanks,
solid
guys.
pickup.
Thanks.
Cool. And for the next one, Steven, what do you have?
I had a couple of pairs. I found some things. I thought I didn't have any, but I haven't shown them, so I have the first one is just a Gel Light 3.
Yes.
That's from the
Nice.
the ivory pack from the Streets of Japan, I think it is.
Yeah, it's a very
just-
clean colorway, man.
Yeah, I found this.
Yeah.
As I do, I troll the internet for hours until I find things at a steal price, and then I jump on them. So I have these, and I did a little lace swap, which are the spare laces out of the a few pair. So
Oh.
they kind of hit the same on the
Yeah.
sides. So,
Looks really good.
Nice.
So that was one
Clean.
pair,
Looks really clean.
and the other pair was another bargain. A pair of the Saucony Jazz 81s, are they?
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
So
Yeah.
with
Jazz
another
81s.
lace swap out of the Shadow 6000. The what are they called? The pack
Which one?
The Destination
Destination
Unknown.
Unknown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, just another something a bit different. So another pair of shoes to chuck on feet because we can never have enough of those.
Yeah.
So
What are sneakers?
it's two more pairs for the week. That'll do.
I'll tell you guys a little thing about Saucony, right? And we're fortunate because our climate here in Australia is relatively near to the cooler side, right?
Yeah.
The Sauconys in tropical areas like the Phils, the soles of the 5000 and the 6000, their lifespan is only 4 to 5 years before they crumble.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Really?
this, even though it's like that, it's still popular with Philos.
Yeah, it's huge
Unless you
over
buy it from
there.
Green Hills, then it's 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, but have they started doing focus of Saucony in Green Hills? Oh my god!
Oh, dude, I wouldn't get it past them, trust me. If it's got even a little bit of hype on it, it's like, yeah, we can make it.
Yeah.
It's gonna get wrapped. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. This guy has a big one coming in. So, G,
Yeah.
time to show your LPU.
Yeah,
man.
sure. So this came in the other day. So I got the this is just the grappa finally came in. So this is the Diodoras, the
Ooh.
V7
yes.
the V7000s. So I managed to, as I was saying last time, I managed to get the limoncellos, and my wife won the grappa for me. So now I have like the set, which is awesome. And man, I can't choose between the two. They're both like just solid pairs. Like the suede on it's ridiculous, right? All the perforations on it. It's just a crazy pair. So real happy about that.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
They're made in Italy, yeah. They're still handmade in Italy.
Yeah. Hence why the grappa and the limoncello inspirations, right? So really cool. And then this was a surprise because I didn't realize a good mate of mine actually won the raffle for me.
Hey.
Yeah, so that was a good surprise. And I've been I love the twos, and I'm not just saying that because I'm holding this in my hand. I've always loved them, and I've got a few pairs of twos. Just comfort levels really good. I don't know if you can see it, that's why I put the red white ones up there. But it was really good. Real fortunate to get that, especially at the retail price point. So so those are my two at the moment.
Wow.
Big win.
Wow, man.
That's
Congrats,
massive,
Big win, mate.
Those unions
Yeah,
are dope.
guys.
Oh.
That's dope.
I even saw
I
the
know.
t-shirts and track pants and hoodies that came. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my
those
god.
hoodies
Thank
were
God my
nice.
missus was with me. Dude, hoodies are crew necks. Yeah. Oh man. Oof. That sort of kind of leather patch. Oh.
Yeah. It was nice. Were they crew necks? I
Cool.
thought that. Yeah.
All right,
they were
Yeah.
crew
my
necks.
turn.
Yeah, here we
Yeah.
go. Here we go.
Cool. I have 2 boxes here, and they're from the same brand.
Just two.
NB.
NB.
Conversations
Ooh.
Among Us, which is the Joe Fresh Goods
Oh, I got 'em.
collaboration.
How nice are they?
This one is the
Yeah.
550.
I got a W on those today, so I'm
Yeah, nice one.
Oh,
those in the
congratulations!
The
Congrats.
the
Yeah.
guy that runs
nice.
the weekly drop was wearing that yesterday, and it really
really?
looked good on
Yeah.
feet, and I had to put him in my top 10 on feet.
Yeah, it's a weird mix. It's canvas and suede, which you rarely see.
I was
But-
sup-
Well, it's like the muslin.
I
Yeah.
really like how
Cool.
those came
And
out. They
then-
look really good on feet. Those
Yeah,
blue
plus,
jeans and varsity jacket. Oh my god. Ooh.
Nice.
plus Joe Fresh good, man. Like it's always gonna be
Always-
good. Yeah. And
Here we go.
and second box.
yep. These
Still
are nice.
same one?
These are nice.
I prefer this one actually over the 550. The 2002 R
Yeah, nice.
Conversation
Oh,
Among
man.
Us as well.
Yeah.
So
Those are so mad comfy, man.
yeah, they are. I think I might have like 5 pairs of 2002 Rs now. I've just been copying them like crazy.
I just need the rain cloud, man. That's it.
I
Just
have,
one pair.
I have the rain cloud. I have the rain cloud, and I'm looking to get that other one, the Japan colorway.
yes.
Can't remember what it's called,
Yeah,
but it's
those
coming
are-
out. You can get it for resale
Those are
now.
nice as well. Ugh.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out. So
What's that?
yeah, those are my
Nice.
LPUs.
Yeah, good pickups, man.
Yeah, nice.
It's it's really cool to see that pretty much all the brands are sort of kind of represented, and we're kind of doing our own things, you know. And
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
kind of half expecting everyone would show Jordan 1s, and I would be the only one showing something
Yeah.
weird.
Nah.
But yeah, hey man, guys, props to you guys. That's why I love you guys.
Yeah.
The feeling
There's
is
no
mutual.
Jordan
brother.
ones,
The
actually.
feeling is mutual.
No rebellionaires.
Cool. All right. I guess for the next round is what's your current beater? What's your favorite shoes to pick up, or what's by the door that you just immediately grab and go out that you know is reliable?
Nice. Good question.
Let's start with Paulo again.
All good. At this very moment, the rotation, because I get hella lazy once it comes out, is I've got Hirachis at the moment. So behind is the Stussy. So yeah, when you say when you're heading out the door and slip on, legit, like I just got the no-show socks and it just slips on and look, I apologize to all the Adidas fans and all the Ultra Boost fans. I have Ultra Boost. I'm into Adidas and the comfort and stuff, but these were made in 1992. Okay, I'm just saying, and the structure, the comfort. I'm sorry, it just destroys. I'm like, how?
Paulo, I've won the OGs. I've had the retros, numerous retros of those guys, but for some reason, this batch, starting from those Stuzzies, man, they did something with the foam. It feels so much softer and firmer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they tweaked the foam somehow. It's not the same anymore. But
dude, I swear to God, they must have what's the word for it? They poached someone from continent and said, let's just pour a little bit of this in there. And honestly, dude, I've had friends Yeezys and yeah, man, the Ultra Boost that I've got, and it's just and then you get the Hooas that are coming out at the moment. It's just dude, seriously, I'm not squashing it because I was a pillow. I was like, there's something going on here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Like Tinker reimagined or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
and there was no press on it, nothing. You just felt it's real. Whoa, these are different.
Yeah, so I'm just on the hunt for some screen greens at the moment. If I can cop a pair.
I still need to get those as well. I've been eyeing that for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Stussy Huarachis.
Screen green.
Oh boy.
I swear you got about 2,000 pair of sneakers in this kind of hand reach. Just
I know, right?
yay.
Please tell me you got the
There's a conveyor belt.
That's right. Someone grab me that next
I
pair.
got Oompa Loompas working for me. Oh, look, queue up that shoe. They're talking about that shoe. I don't know. It just so happens to be here. I didn't know Paulo was going to talk about it. Just poof, disappeared.
Same animal, different beast.
Different.
Animal. You're an animal.
What about you, Derrick?
Oh my
what's your
God.
current
Since we're talking about comfort and foams, right? And I'm not doing this because they've been very supportive. I'm not going to say it's because they've been very supportive of me over the last few years, but hang on a sec. Where the hell is it? All right. So these are my workout and running shoes. These are the Under Armour Flows. And man, these are super light, like 8.6 ounces.
Yeah.
And this is actually a one-piece sole. And I don't know how they did it, man. The technology on the foam is unreal.
How comfortable?
Sorry?
I just got how comfortable I like the Curry 9s.
Yeah,
same flow system on the bottom.
Again, it's so different. It's like boost to the next level. And
it's like putting your foot into a cloud, isn't it? I love the Curry 9s. Just
The Curry 9s
blown
are
away
really good.
by how comfortable they are.
Yeah.
And they would be even lighter.
And they're incredibly light and very, very supportive. Like it really hugs your feet. Like I thought this would give in. Look, I've been beating this guy, man. Like I've been running with it. I've been doing stuff with it, but man, it is so light. So these have been my go-to. And
are they running shoes or more training shoes?
They were meant to be worn by a US sprint runner, but it didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't quite.
It's running shoes, mainly.
But here in Australia, they're being marketed as a training shoe, so pretty much cross training.
Okay.
The other shoe is the Hover Phantom 2.
That one is running.
I have the black version that is my daily driver for work. Oh yeah,
nice.
He knows what I'm talking about. So man, again, these are an insane comfort, man. So these are I think both sneakers are going for I think they're on sale at the moment. So if you guys are looking for something to train with, it's really nice and cheap, but will really perform for you. You could consider these things. Not a
Not trying
Under
them
Armour
out.
spokesperson.
Under Armour's slept on, like
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey,
Yeah.
The moment I slid my foot into those Phantom 2s, like, geez, like, you don't want to take it
Nah.
off, eh? You just want to wear it and wear it and wear it some more.
And
And they're stylish too,
Yeah.
I reckon. Well, I thought I put some stylish photos up. Obviously not as stylish as yours.
you did him justice, man. There's a reason why Under Armour loves you too.
They're slept on. They're so slept on, and you can get them at such a steal price. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under Armour's going to blow up. It's just got to get its foot in the door. And once
Yeah.
it does, I think.
Yeah, I've always thought that the technology is there, the performance is there, the research is there, but I think what they lack, with the exception of the Curry 8s and the Curry, with the exception of the Curry 8s and the 9s, I think, they're the design, man. The design does not quite appeal to the streets.
No.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah,
sporty.
but with the Sesame Street collab, sorta, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Well, they've all sold out. I don't know about the Almos today, but you can't get your hands on another pair.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much. A
Is
lot
it
of the ballers here are rocking them, man. A lot of the young kids, even the girls love them. The girls that ball in them, oh my
But it's
god,
all sizes.
they love them, man.
All sizes are gone. Like, their full size runs just disappeared. So, and that's
Yeah.
big for Under Armour.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Under, there was I think a Curry 1 or Curry 2 on display at the museum, and it had his autograph, and he wrote down, I can do all things and all that. But the funny thing was, right next to it was his mouth guard. his used.
Yeah, I saw that in that photo. Yeah.
Was it all
It was there
chewed
for
up?
photos.
Was it all chewed up on the right side?
Yeah.
We go, oh yeah, all right, okay, that's legit. It's got its mouth guard in it. So that's the kicks I've been using pretty much daily for what I do.
Cool. I should start looking into Under Armour. Like, I'm a regular runner, but I haven't really run in Under Armour. I think I've run on every other brand except
Try this out, man.
Under
Try this
Armour.
out. Trust me, man. Trust me. These are the bomb. It's so light.
I might give it a try. For running though, I'm a little loyal with Saucony. Like, even with running, I'm Saucony Triumph
look.
or Endorphins,
Endorphins?
and all of that.
Saucony's
Yeah.
great, man.
Yeah.
They're legit as performance. They're good.
Yeah. The Endorphin series, I love
They're
that.
good. They're
I
good
love that
performance
series.
sneakers.
Yeah. Cool. All right, moving on. What about you, Steven?
Well, I couldn't get my slippers out, which I was going to. I was rocking 2 pairs of slipper this week, but I thought I better not get those out. So when I did venture out of the house, I had to wash the cars because I had to do a photo shoot this week.
The
So,
OGBs.
I chucked these on.
You
So these are like beat. I do everything in these. I play golf with them. I just put them on. They're comfy, aren't they? And they're good.
Yeah,
You can get wet and they dry quick,
are.
and they just happen to be
You can just chuck
nice
them in the
colourway.
washing machine, man, and they're good to go again.
The other thing that I like about Ultra Boost, this is my Ultra Boost secret, is this. When I get a pair of shoes, that's so dirty. You should have taken it out. When I get a pair of shoes that's too small for me, and it always runs like and we're talking about this the other day with the LeBron 11s, how thick that insole is. Rip out that Ultra Boost. Look how thin it is. It's absolutely shocking. So that's my go-to insole too. So it gets a good workout. So yeah, been rocking these when I had to go outside this week, and then just today because I had to go and give everything a go and take some photos. I was rocking these they're already dirty on the front. They're dirty on the back. I did everything in these today. I was just so happy to be out with sneakers on. We went for a massive
How
walk.
underrated are Saucony retros, man? They're so nice.
Yeah, so
How
much.
comfortable. Like, just air on your feet and so much. Even like, I was worried about these hits, the pearl hits on them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, my wife's going to give me so much crap when she sees that. She's like, oh, you're wearing unicorn shoes coming from a guy. I got a unicorn tattoo for my 4-year-old, so it's all right. but she's like, oh, I like that sneaker. And usually she's like the biggest critic. Oh, what'd you get those for? Why are you wearing another? You know, oh, that's not bad. I like that. So if you get the approval of the wife, I'm like, I'll get another 10 pair.
I think we're
They've
both
been-
waiting for the food fight to go on sale somewhere.
On sale.
I'd
If
love
they
it.
do, man,
yeah,
jump
it's
on
on
it.
sale at the
It's-
moment.
Yeah, but it's at like 169. It'll go
Yeah.
to 99 bucks.
That's
Yeah.
And that's when I'm just going to buy a size 12 if it's still
Yeah,
there.
just jump on it.
I'll buy a second pair if that happens. I'll definitely buy another one.
I think on my browsers at the moment, I've got like Hype. I think I've got up there still because I don't think they've got the extra butters at
Yes.
175.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Wasn't-
I've got
Yeah.
all these different browsers open just with
Subtype, yeah.
Sauconys on it. Just should I hit buy? Should I hit buy? And
just
I've got too many sneakers.
I actually prepare them being under the radar. Like it's more chance for us to buy them or price drop.
Yeah.
We can still cop them.
I
So,
agree, man. I
yeah.
agree. Just go copy your Yeezys and your Jordan
Yeah.
ones. Yep.
Yeah, they're
If
they're
that
rubbish.
starts
Jordan,
being heat, that's goodbye for us.
Oh,
We'll
bro.
be able to cop them as well.
get your J1s on feet all day. You know,
Yeah.
it's so comfortable.
Oh man, like back in the day, man, you would be able to cop Saucony collabs in Australia for $10 at Hype DC. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
crazy.
those pearls, they were $50. Like they're a $240 shoe. Like
Yeah.
to $50. That's for
Yeah.
today. Like that's crazy.
And look, the materials they use as well is really good. Yeah, it's not super premium like the NBs
Yeah.
or some of the Asics, but it's just right there, man.
Yeah.
It's all right. Better than most Jordans, 100%.
Yeah.
Better than the
the
dunk.
plastic
Yeah.
dunks, yes.
Way better than the
Plastic
dunk.
pandas,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, which panda? The red tab, the supreme. Which panda?
There's so many variations.
So many variations at the
Yeah.
moment. They're like, we gotta sell black and white dunks. Okay,
Well,
some eyes loads.
yeah,
He has to put
everything's
the
a-
red tab. Let's
Yeah.
put some stars on the side.
Anything black and white these days is a panda.
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
Pretty much, yeah. And next up, Emmanuel, what's your latest beater?
It's funny that you guys started talking about the pandas, hey, because they're just at the front door or the back door whenever I go.
That's your beater.
That's my beater at the moment. And there's also another
Hey!
I think-
also another reason why I
Just
held
landers
these
at
up
the
is because
moment.
I'm just trolling all my
Another pair.
students. Yeah, just trolling my students because like every time I wear these, they just go ballistic because all of them just want that pair, and I'm just thrashing them. So I just put that up as a troll. But another pair that I don't know, not many people have these, but the starter, the 1971s, the 71 lifestyle shoe.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
released. I think it was last year or the year before, and there was like 4 colors. It's I love it. It's the comfort on
Last
these. Yeah, the comfort on these
Last
are
year.
amazing. And the tooling comes from the archived like 1980s style low cut basketball shoe, right? So think of your Air Force Ones in a sense. So the comfort level is the same, and I love it. I love that, when I see that starter symbol, take me back to high school, like take me back to the 90s. So that's why these are always ready to rock.
Yeah.
You just like need a 92 Bulls wind sheeter with the big starter tag on it.
Yeah,
Just to
absolutely.
rock with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know, Manny, they discontinued those?
Yeah, I know, which is a weird thing, right? Like,
yeah, because Nike said they look like dunks. yeah, yeah,
No way.
yeah.
yeah,
They,
Are you
they
serious?
discontinued
Yeah.
those 100%. Yeah.
yeah.
So what you could be holding
Damn.
could be the last of
Damn.
its kind. So that's
yeah.
gonna be super rare.
So
in the
what
near
you're
future,
saying
man.
is what you're saying is straight on StockX. Is that what you're saying? Is that that's all I'm hearing?
well, no,
Hold it for 5 years.
Yeah, put 'em on ice.
it's used.
Not,
What about ice?
not right now.
It's been used.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think 400 to
Yeah.
600 right now for used players.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
But not right now. Wait,
Yeah,
wait 5 years. or
Ice it.
something.
Yeah, ice
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put it in the freezer.
Yes,
I wanted the green one of
green
that.
is
Like I
dope.
really love the green one.
The green is dope. It's got a bit of cream hits on the sole as well.
Yeah. That one sold out immediately as well.
Yeah.
I sat on it, but
Yeah.
I should
I
have
think-
purchased
I think it was like
when-
$50
it
at
was
one
up.
point.
Yeah.
I think. At,
it's $100,
yeah.
right? When they launched.
I might have seen
Yeah,
it
they
probably
drop for
in
about
Facebook Market. Somebody
120.
was
They
selling
drop
for
for about
$50.
120. Yeah, but I did see a few
Wow.
pairs for like 50 to $75. So yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, so yeah, if you could grab a pair, man, for 100 or less, yeah, go for it. Historical kicks. There you go.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. Cool. And for me, I think my beater, I find myself grabbing this a lot. It's
Oh,
Shadow
Nice.
6000 as well, but it's the
the up there store.
the
Up
up
there
there
still.
collaboration. Yeah, it's slept on as well, which is
Oh.
I don't mind.
Up-
Yeah.
That pink and
I
green
think I
just
just still
works.
purchase this right now.
So
Yeah.
Old Man Sneaks, when I was at Up There store
Solid.
for the HAL A6 release, I was talking to the owners, and obviously they had those kicks,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was asking them, when are you gonna have these on sale again? And I think they told me, this is never going on sale again. So I was kind of envious of you because you got them at a really good price, right? Yeah. I was
Yeah,
throwing it.
Boxing Day.
I should've got them
Boxing
at
Day.
Boxing
Yeah.
Day. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 40% off or something.
Nice.
It's something
Yeah.
massive.
Good on you, man.
So,
Good pickup. Good
yeah,
pickup, bro.
big
Good
win.
pickup.
Big win on that. Yeah.
Again, all size 13 sold out. All right.
You definitely should cut your toes, man.
Cool.
I'm cutting my toes off. I'm going to go to like a size 9.
No, it's
No, don't go size 9. I'll have to fight. I'll have to fight with
Try
you.
and learn how to fold it, man.
Just-
please.
Chinese
Yeah,
binding.
the
I'll
top
just start.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So now that we're finished with our little show and tell of sneakers, I just want to pose a question with you guys, right? Because you guys are all old heads as well. Like the guest last week, you're a little bit long in the tooth as well. Most of you, you've been in the game so long, and I know you guys know what it's like before social media, before you started collecting, and now obviously the scene has changed, and social media plays a big part in the culture. Do you guys think that the positives are outweighed by the current negatives that you think is the effect of social media? And actually, what are those negatives that you think that are happening as well with the new scene and how it's affecting the scene through social media? I mean, and we don't have to go one by one. Like, if anyone wants to answer,
all right.
just jump
all right,
jump
so
on.
Yeah, I think
last night. So I was at the. Yeah, go for it. No, go for it, man.
no. Oh,
was just-
sorry. Yeah, I've got a bit of delay. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys. Sorry,
okay.
boys. Yeah. So what
Yeah,
I
go
was,
for it, man.
what I
I'll-
was going to say was I think just social media is a double-edged sword, isn't it? So, you know, it's something like the positive is that, you know, we can see what everyone's posting. We can see all the upcoming kicks. We can see all that sorts of stuff. And it's just, I feel like, yeah, it is saturating what we see. It's saturating, like, it's in our face. And therefore, sometimes in terms of what we see as enthusiasts as a value, the value of the shoe in a sense, kind of like disappears. And, you know, once we see those shoes or those future releases, it kind of then that hype train starts. And then for us who are genuinely, for those who are genuinely into sneakers, start to have that really hard time of trying to cop the pairs that that you want, right? That you genuinely want, and you know that they'll be on feet within after a few days of releasing, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's hard. Like, it's good because we're now informed, we're well informed, but it's bad because, I mean, in my eyes, it's just a whole heap of new generation sneaker enthusiasts who are who are grabbing pairs and not to wear, but knowing that the hype is so high that, you know what, I'm gonna make a quick buck.
Or they just flex it online.
Just in
Really?
hand.
We used to call those guys sneaker renters back in the day. So what they'll do is before the internet hype and everything, the way people flex their sneakers was they'll buy something from Foot Locker, let's say a Saturday Jordan release. They'll flex it for a week, and then they'll go back to Foot Locker and return and grab a new pair, a different kind of pair. But yeah, those were weird times. That's how people used to flex. So that makes it look like that they got a different pair of kicks every week.
Yeah.
But just going back with what Manny said, last night I was talking to one of the OG guys that now works for Nike in some secret lab, and he was shaking his head and saying, "Look, you're here. I'm still here. Probably amongst the crowds here in the museum tonight, 20% are real sneakerheads and OGs. 80% are, I hate to use the term, but just influencers." So, and we are witnessing how our community is evolving at the moment. So there's lesser and lesser of authentic sneakerheads now, and there's more of the in crowd at the moment. That's what he's saying, and to a certain extent, I agree, because I know there's still a lot of OG sneakerheads and real sneakerheads out there that are just coming into the scene, but they're not about influencing, they're not about reselling, but they're just happy to do their things on their own, not with a spotlight on them, if that makes sense at all. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna chime in really quickly just to go with what's already been said, but in my eyes, as showing how long I am in the tooth, we didn't have the term flex, right? We wore our shoes because that's what we had, and there was no way or social media to share, right? So there was no flexing. Like, to flex, you legit have to be in a room with other people who are like-minded. So you go to Foot Locker just to talk to people about sneakers or sneaker boutiques back in the day, to be in that environment. Whereas now, the world's gotten smaller with social media. Everyone's sharing photos, and the term flex has come into play. And like to someone who might just casually come past our cast at the moment and go, "Oh, look at these guys with all the sneakers behind them flexing." But the thing is, why not? We're just passionate about what we have, and that's what we're talking about, and that's the whole point of us being here, right? But that's it to me. Again, it's evolving. Our community is evolving, so it's kind of like, okay, so technology has made it easy for for a lot of people to get in touch. So like I said, the world's gotten smaller. So from a positive standpoint, we're blessed in regards to spoiled for choice, in regards to being able to comp, like the access. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy, but dude, people
The ability's there.
People come from the toilet seat, people come from the bedroom. It's like, dude, back in the day, I literally, if you wanted something, a limited release from Japan, how would you get it?
or have friends in Japan.
Or something. Exactly. Or have friends in Japan. If you're that lucky, have friends in Japan to mail it to you, right? And that'll take ages. Nowadays, it's like DHL 4 days. If it's not, on my doorstep,
I'm complaining.
Exactly, right? You're like, I'm chasing it up to the
You're
seller.
that meme in front of the door waiting for every car that passes your house. Is that a delivery?
Pretty much, yeah. But going back to everyone's point, 100%. I've seen this to me kills me all the time. I see guys that they get the latest and greatest, they slap it on Insta, and then literally it's like, if you see their collection 2 or 3 weeks later, it's gone. It is legit onto the
they
next
don't have
page.
it here.
I'm like, again, and going towards Steve's point, I've spoken of before, meaning. So what is the meaning behind said collection? Oh, because I want to flex. It's like, okay, then, all right, it's still, I don't know, would you call it a collection? I don't know, to be honest. So I guess from that standpoint, it's evolved, but it's more along of, are you really collecting because you're a collector, or you're collecting because you like to flex?
Collecting likes and followers.
Yeah.
Dude, you can buy this nowadays,
yes, that's
apparently.
true.
I don't know.
Apparently, we had that conversation.
And the sad thing is, if you want to collaborate with brands, it's a numbers game still. That's what they look at. Your reach, the number of followers. Yeah. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But if you buy followers, right? The engagement won't be the same,
No.
right? Because you're just ramping up your numbers.
It's just
but,
fake numbers.
Yeah. But the interaction with your post or whatever you put out there would be really low. I'm assuming,
at the end of
right?
the day, man,
'Cause-
they can still buy likes and they can still buy followers, and that's the first thing the brands look out for. It's kind of sad. I try to educate brands. I tell them, look, I got guys that have 2,000, 3,000, 1,000 followers, but the content's amazing. The knowledge about your brand is amazing, and the way they speak about your brand is amazing. These are the guys you should nurture and look after. Nah, we want the pretty girl that has 20,000 followers.
Yeah.
That's
it. I'm shaving my legs and getting my legs out.
Sneakers in front of her tits and gets 20,000 likes. That's what we want.
You gotta shave more than your legs for that.
Oh, I don't put more than my legs on. You know that. Everyone's seen my photos.
So
Like,
so you
my
say we
take
should have OnlyFans? We should have
only sneaks.
That's
My
it,
take
only
on
sneaks.
on social media. I think like I got into the social media part of sneaker collection a bit later. I didn't even think about it. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have Facebook till for ages. My mate's like, get Facebook so we can contact you. I'm like, I don't really want to. And when you first develop your Instagram, because you develop your own Instagram, no one's Instagram is the same.
Yeah.
You go on and you start following these people that have massive numbers because you think, hey, they're popular, they must have it, and then you start following the release kind of drop pages, and it's not until you can work through that, and then you go, and then you kind of pick up, hey, I like this guy's style, I like this guy, I like seeing his on foot, I like seeing his pictures, and I got rid of a load of the people, and that's a good thing with Instagram because if you don't like it, it doesn't come up in your feed. So after a while, it picks up to your algorithms, and then it just drops people off randomly, and you're like, bloody hell, I haven't seen a photo, and you go and they've dropped like 15 posts, and you feel like you're a bad supporter. But I think it is what you make it. Like we've got that crap side to it with the flex and the resell and like I think when I first jumped onto the Shoes and Ones page, it was seeing sneakers that weren't what everybody else was posting today, because he's got no issues about grabbing a pair of sneakers. Obviously, he's got that many around him from 3 years ago and putting it on foot and making it look amazing. And you go, that's what sneaker collecting's about. It's not about grabbing the new release and putting it on your foot. It's about going, hey, I love this Jordan 3 that was a random drop in 2015. I'm going to rock it today and I'm going to make it look cool. And I'm just going to own that sneaker. I don't need to put on the brand new Jordan 3 or the brand new Jordan 2 to be a sneakerhead. I rock what I love, and there's passion in that photo. As much as you can't see a face, you can't see anything. You just look at that photo and you see the passion in the photo, and you're like, he just loves having that shoe, makes him happy. And that's what I go for on social media. Is like I've probably grown a little bit in the last year, and I love it when someone just randomly DMs you like, hey, can you have a look at my photo? I'm like, me, I don't know what I've got an iPhone, I'm not a photographer. And they're like, oh, I really like what you did with this. And that's what I love, being involved with that side of the community. Like everyone's got that, Chinese sneakers, you got 42 inbox, like those hidden messages. You're like, oh, I've got all these messages, like hidden messages, top quality Chinese sneakers, you know. But I don't know, I think you need to make Instagram and Facebook what you want it to be. But until people can do that, you're always going to have that second side of the culture of people just wanting tomorrow's drop and forgetting about it when the new drop comes out. But you know, you can't hate them for it. That's what culture is today. It's that FOMO, isn't it? You just
I think you touched upon something really good there, wherein you're saying it is what you make it to be. Like you follow certain things, you look at certain things, and it becomes tailored to you, right? But I think the problem really is you can't avoid getting bombarded by all of this hype stuff coming in. Like if you're in the culture, I think it's really hard, and it's good that you know how to get around that. But I think the problem is majority of sneakerheads doesn't know how to get around that, and they're just absorbing all of this hype stuff day to day and getting sucked into that, which is annoying. It is what it is, I guess.
It is, like, you can't change it, can you? Like, it's always going to be there. But we're always going to have people that are in the culture. Like, you're going to have these kids that have never bought sneakers before, saw Union 2s, wanted them, bought them at resale, and become a sneakerhead, but only love the hype. But still love the sneaker. Like, that's what today is, you know, because that's what's pushed. Where if you've been in longer, you see older sneakers, and then you appreciate sneakers for shoes. You appreciate a pair of Asics or a pair of Adidas or a pair of Under Armour because you pick up the shoe and you just love it. But I don't think one sneakerhead's better than the other sneakerhead, or one side's better than the other. I think you just create your own niche path in social media, and you've just got to own it and not be upset by the other side.
Agreed.
True.
I mean, just quickly want to just chime in just in that particular comment, just then different type of sneakerheads. I personally am trying to be better in a sense of when I see certain clips, it's kind of like, okay, they do a lot of reels and stuff, but I'm seeing there's nothing older than 2020. So I'm trying to think, well, what if, you know, part of their sneaker journey, this is their entry, and, you know, this is their starting point. Okay, because of age, yes, started a lot later, and, you know, certain things start to crumble, and things like this. Just saying, hey man,
they're coming out. I've seen it on Instagram. They're coming out.
I'm just saying that, you know what I mean. There's guys that have been in this for a long time, but that doesn't make us any better. If anything, you know, I think it gives us responsibility to share back or give back to the ones who started, who want to know. So me, man, I'll be honest, I'm not that big on the Sauconys, but learning from you guys, man, I'm like really interested and curious and want to get into. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to go out and buy 200 pairs of Sauconys, but you know what I mean.
At least
listening
3.
to you guys. No, but listening to you guys, you know, I'm really interested in listening and want to learn more. And you know, the term "purple devil" comes into my head, things like that. I'm just saying, you know, we just want to learn more. You know what I mean? So, but 100%. Back to what Joe's answered before. It's like it's just an old kind of, I guess, to me, it's a very, very old style of collecting. Like what you like, buy what you want to buy. Don't do it because of what everyone's doing. So basically, what's currently trending. It's okay to follow and have fun with it, but dude, it's not life. You know, whatever's trending is not life. You know what I mean?
But I just ask this: outside of social media, where do you see any advertising for a collab sneaker?
Well, unless you
you see nothing. There's nothing out there really, like around Australia. To be honest, like I don't know so much overseas. But if you're just getting into this game or culture for the first time, and you open up your Instagram or your Facebook, what are you going to see? it's all those. It's all that collab, isn't it?
All the hype stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when they're walking down the street and they pass their Foot Locker and they pass their Hype or their Platypus, or they're not drawn into it because someone's not pushing it down their face.
Yeah.
I think like even Foot Locker's, I think Foot Locker's like one of the worst stores for it. They'll have maybe 2 screens out the front, but you know, unless you're in Melbourne with the massive ones, which I'm unfortunately not, but you can walk straight past the Foot Locker store and not even be captured by a pair of sneakers unless you're like me and you just keep walking. I'm just going to go look at that red pair because I don't know what they are, but I want to see them.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
like, I think that's probably is that bad thing from social media that all you do see is that collab hype, which don't get me wrong, they're nice sneakers, but it's looking past them and developing your tastes and likes. But if they can't get past what's pushed down your throat on social media, how do you develop taste and like?
From
If that
friends,
makes
Yeah,
any
I
sense.
think
from friends and
yeah,
family.
no, I think it's similar to like music, right? Like you hear a particular band or music or genre of music, and then you
Mainstream.
start digging into it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You start digging into the roots of the music or what other bands have that kind of music, and then you start developing your taste. I think it's same with sneakers. Like I'm fairly new. I started late 2020, and I've only think that I've just started to
Really?
develop the stuff that I really like. Because at first I was like one of those
What
guys
drew
who
you
just
in, man?
buy for the hype.
What-
Like,
why-
all right,
why
what's
did-
hot? I've been around it. Like I'm Filipino. I think you know that as kids, I've always been exposed to sneakers. It's always in the peripheral. You know what I mean? Like so I've always been into it, and I've always been into GRs. Like I have multiple pairs of shoes. I
It-
just didn't get into the limited stuff. So recently that's
And
just
when
how
did
it
you
happened, I
start
guess,
researching
during the
about
lockdown.
collabs and different brands, and when did it hit you, man? Like, and how did it hit you?
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, there's a whole subculture underneath this shit. How did you came upon it, and how did you feel like wow, there's a whole subgenre and subgenres underneath this thing, and there's a whole history behind it.
Okay. All right. So, funny enough, right? I got into it for the Jordans, right? So I love the Jordan ones. Like I'm familiar with Jordan ones. I love Jordan 1. I love Jordan 3. I love Jordan 4. I grew up with it. Like I'm an old man, right? But I've only started copying those sneakers recently. But then I started to notice the other brands. I think it was when I got the first Joe Fresh Goods 990 V3 last year. When I got it in hand, and then I saw the craftsmanship and the material, like that when it hits me that sneaker appreciation is not about what's hype. It's like it should say something to you. It should almost talk to you that
Bobby,
this
yeah.
sneaker is amazing. This
Yeah.
this sneaker is great, and I love these sneakers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then from there, I started seeking out those type of sneakers,
I mean-
wherein, yeah. So
It-
that's how I got into it. And then you go down into the rabbit hole of going through Asics, going through Saucony, and I'm still into Jordans. Like I'm not gonna lie that I'm not affected by hype. I still am. But I think the appreciation for the other brand is very
That's
much
good, man.
different from when I started. It's like the way I look at
That's-
the way I look at all those
it's
other
really
brands,
refreshing,
It's
and
just
it's such a mature way of coming into the scene. It's really refreshing to hear that, because most of the time I will hear my son's friends, they'll bug me and what do you think of this new purple Jordan 13s, this yellow Jordans? And I go, yeah, they're nice, they're dope, man. If you like it, grab it, man. And then the next follow-up question to that will be, how much do you think I can resell this for after a couple of weeks, after months?
Yeah.
And then I'll just roll my eyes and I'll just tell
Right.
them, bro, if you really like something, just save up for it. Don't think about the quick flip or anything. Just enjoy.
That's where you go, you're buying a sneaker to sell, and you go, come with me, and you just open up the door to the vault and go, you'll never have this, and you'll never have this appreciation for sneakers to be able to walk in and pick up a pair and just go, oh, I haven't worn this for so long, I love it, I just want to put it back on my foot, because you always want to flip that sneaker, you always want to make some money out of it.
No.
It means nothing to you
I agree.
other than a quick buck.
100%.
Yeah, then I think, and this is probably a hot take. Like people that flip sneakers, they're not really sneakerheads, because you're not holding on to it. You know what I mean?
I think you can still love a sneaker and be a sneakerhead but want to sell at the same time, because a lot of these kids that they learn business, and it's not always they still appreciate it, they just also enjoy the appreciating value of it as well.
Well, again, going back to what
but
you
if
said
you're
before,
appreciating, are you appreciating the value, or are you appreciating the actual sneakers though? Because that's the thing. Once you start getting into that business side,
I just don't think they appreciate the sneaker like you and I.
The value will always outweigh the sneakers.
Well,
and if the value outweighs the sneakers, then fundamentally speaking, we're supposed to appreciate sneakers, not the value, because the value is exclusive to you. Like you value the sneaker based on how much you value it yourself.
Like,
so
I think StockX,
if you're reselling,
StockX has these for over $1,000. Like
That's
just
ridiculous.
wear them and crease them. Like this is leather. That's what it's for, because I can put it on and
really?
Do you know what I mean though? Like, but for somebody else, they go and buy this shoe, right? And it's
You can crease shoes?
They're like, I love it. Look how nice it is. This has still got the socket.
Are you meant to crease shoes?
Like, man, but you mean toe boxes? They're designed to.
My feels.
Where's my sneaker shoes?
Oh, how much Star Loss is on? Oh no, it's wearing. It's like $8.50. Hit me up. But I think they appreciate the sneaker and they see it and they do. You've got to enjoy it. You're not just going to buy it because it's going to make you money. You'll still always buy something you enjoy. It's like people that flip houses, or people, they enjoy flipping houses. They still love houses. Because if you haven't got the bit of passion into buying it and staying up and copping it, you couldn't do it in the first place.
Yeah.
I think my opinion's probably just changed the last 10 minutes. Like, I think that they probably still have a passion. It's just different to yours and mine. We're all about having our sneakers on our feet and wearing them and how that makes us feel, and we don't care about the world. And I think Micah brought up that point last week when we were having the chat, that you put this on and you're like, oh, $1,000 sneaker. It's not, because you paid whatever for it. I wouldn't pay it. But how many people out of the 50,000 people that you walk past in a day, most probably go, oh, I should have bought a pair of Pandas instead. Or nobody even cares.
Well, no one cares. Like it's still a niche sort of like thing, right? Like no one really cares about. Majority of the people don't care what's on your feet.
Okay.
They don't even know it.
I'm gonna go into a tangent here, guys. Sorry, just to bring up. So there's hybrids, I guess. So Stephen brought it up before, how there's different levels or different kinds of sneakerheads, if you will. Right? So obviously, past the whole, you could say someone's a Nike head versus an Adidas. That kind of when you want to segregate whatever. But to me though, me personally, is my opinion, right? My opinion, right? Okay, if you want to be like really immersed into the culture, you do stupid shit like this. I wouldn't say stupid shit, but like you're into your passion so much that it's not like sneaker, it's related. So things like masks with certain designs and laces that look like they're off-whites and you know what I mean. So you're immersed in the whole. You've got sneaker cleaners. You've got you're immersed into the passion of collecting sneakers. So in that world, what other accessories or things? You know what I mean? You're just literally down that rabbit hole, and it's not coming. It's not coming back. I'm sorry.
I think Shozaman hit it before. I think he hit the nail on the head when we was talking about the way that you got into sneakers later. It's where's your maturity at in a passion?
Yeah.
Like, are you still 5 minutes before this show? I'm running around fangirling. oh no, Josemon's going to be on this. I'm going to lose myself. I'm just, you know, give it, you know, but you get that maturity in sneaker collecting, and I think you can come into the scene for the first week you've ever wanted to buy a sneaker and grow that maturity, or you get stuck on what somebody else likes. I think that's the biggest hurdle, is what other people like, and people just want to buy what everybody else likes because, you know, on Foot Fridays, like I love on Foot Fridays on TKS because you see so many different sneakers. I think I'm the only one I can't be the only one, but I go through it. I'm like, I just like it because I like the sneaker.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that pair. Like, what is that? And you know,
Even the
you're
guy
zooming
that
in,
wears,
and you're like, how good are that? Yeah, you still look in and just to see what they are. You know, like I think that's passion, isn't it? I'm going to post my work boots up today, and yes, we understand the joke of it, but he still loves putting his boots on for work because it's a sneaker love. It's not about it being a Jordan or like there's always like that one guy that draws a backward swoosh on his work boots, like, you know, and he's got a passion for sneakers. Like imagine going in, like at least tradies probably, but imagine 5 years ago doing that. No other tradie would go, like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Like he's got a passion that he wants it on his sneaker all day, every year. And whether that's the hype or whether it's, you know, he's drawing 3 stripes, like, you know, you go back to early 90s when, and I was in, I played soccer in that, and Adidas Predators, and everybody wanted Adidas Predators because they were the cool boot to have. Like, and it was like, oh, you know, didn't matter. It doesn't matter what you immerse yourself in. There's always going to be one that, you know, everybody's going to turn their head and look at because it is put on a pedestal.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you don't love the game. But
no, it's
I just
can I jump in real quick? Here?
Good.
Go for it, man.
Sorry, with the I've got a bit of a delay. Sorry about that. I see like everything that you guys are talking about. I see that on the daily, right? Like the new generation of what we like to call sneaker enthusiasts or sneakerheads. Like these kids, the high school kids that I teach. You know, they're always asking me about the sneakers that I wear, right? But when they ask me about the sneaker, it doesn't go beyond how much does that cost, right? Like how much is the value of that when you look at it in the secondary market, right? And that turns into a teaching moment for me when I'm just passing on, as Paulo was saying, like I'm passing on some knowledge and I'm passing on some information of, you know, things that have been passed on to me when I was just starting up, right? Like, you know, I didn't start my collection until 2013, but the one thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to grab a pair of Jordan 1s all the way through to Jordan 14s. Why? Because that's the Michael Jordan I knew, right? So that's what I wanted to do first. And then it kind of just derived from like, it moved on to, you know, what are some of the things that that take me back to being a kid, like those shoes that I couldn't get as a kid, just because, you know, they were just so expensive, right? But when I'm at school, as I was saying, like it always starts off with, sir, those shoes are sick, those are fire, right? And then suddenly it's like, how much are they in the resale market? And I never answer that. Like I never answer that question because they go straight onto their phones, right? They go straight into their phones and they're already typing it in. They're looking at StockX and GOAT and all that sorts of stuff. And before I know it, they're just like, whoa, that shoe is this much, and so on and so forth. But I do get that odd student that would sit down with me during like a recess or a lunchtime, and they would ask me about like, yeah, tell me more about it. Like, what's the story behind this shoe? What's the story behind this pair? And then it starts off that conversation, right? And I love those moments because then that's when you know that, you know, there's that one person out of like 20 kids.
It's
that
genuine.
want to hear the story,
it's a genuine,
right? And I feel like
question. It's
100% genuine. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, it's during those moments.
You see the passion in their eyes when they ask it.
Absolutely, you see the passion in their eyes, and that's when you start talking about, like, you know, that's when I tell them, like, if you ever want to try and grab a pair of something and you want some information on how you may get a pair, like by all means, let's have that conversation, let's chat. And the cool thing is, right, I've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
My son loves his kicks, but not as much as my 4-year-old daughter, right? My 4-year-old daughter loves her kicks more than my son does. And she helps me choose the kicks during the weekends what I wear. But she started to ask me about feel the material on these. Like, these are pretty cool. Like, I like those because the colors are really nice. But then it turns into just like, oh, take a look at these ones. Look at the material on these. And like, you know, and both of them know that as soon as their feet grow and as soon as they can fit in my sneakers, man, it's a free for all for them. They can just choose whatever they want and they can wear it, all that sorts of stuff, right? But I see it every day, like every moment that I get a chance to wear my sneakers, it's always, majority is 6 shoes, sir. How much, right? But then there's that one person who genuinely wants to know what's going on. And I think it's that one person that you just have that connection with, that they can start to connect with the culture in a sense, right? Because it is like, if you think about it, like not everybody knows what we're wearing. Like, we can walk out there, no one knows what we're wearing, right? But to us, we put it on, we look down and we're just like, man, I'm fresh today, right? You know what I mean? So fresh. And before Instagram, it was the nod, right? It was the nod. It wasn't about just, you know, I don't want to go on Instagram, have a look at a photos
Sneaker contact before eye contact.
Of shoes. It was just like, oh, yeah, absolutely sneaker contact before eye contact. And it was, you just knew, like, when someone just looked at your feet and then looked up at you and gives you that nod, and you're like, yeah, I did good today. Like, yeah, that's an awesome pair of shoes, right? So, yeah, it's different. It's different. It's definitely different. And I think for us, we have this amazing opportunity to say, you know what, the culture is evolving, right? This is how it started. It started at this point. That's how we fell in love with the game, and you guys are falling in love with it in a different way, and that's cool too, right? And I think it's finding that common ground to share knowledge, and I think that's what it's all about for me, right? So, because I thought I'd add all that in because you guys were just hitting a lot of stuff that I was thinking about as you were speaking. So, yeah, just to acknowledge what you guys are thinking, I think, it's awesome. I can definitely sense the passion, right? The passion for sneakers amongst all of us here. Yep. And I think it's amazing. And I geek out all the time when I'm speaking with somebody who's so passionate about it. Because, like, for the entire week now, I'm telling you now, I'm just going to be buzzing. Yeah. I'm going to be buzzing because, like, you know, Paulo's like just flexed his penny ones again, and you know, I'm trying to get. He knows. You guys he knows exactly what that means for me, right? So
I don't know what he's talking about.
We're doing 90s kicks now.
I'll apologize now.
Give me a sec. We're doing 90s kicks.
Yeah, let's go.
When shoes and one goes into the vault, I'm going to apologize. Apologize now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna apologize now because I reckon I'm probably like that annoying Jack Russell of Instagram because I find something and I've just got to tell somebody about it, so I'll slide into anyone's DMs, and I'm probably guilty for everybody. I'm sorry now for sliding in your DMs.
You know what?
Look at this.
The moment this thing started and we started recording, all I've been doing is trying to figure out all those boxes behind Paulo, trying to figure out all of those sneakers behind Derrick, trying to figure out all of those sneakers behind Steven. Like, I'm just like, I can't zoom in with the video, but that's all I'm doing. It's just like I'm just freaking out, and isn't it funny that you see a color of a sneaker and you know exactly what that color is. You know exactly what that sneaker is.
You're talking about the South Beaches.
Yeah, he's all over the South Beaches.
Straight away. South Beaches. We should get the orange Gatorade ones, right? Like all of the Air Max ones. Oh man, it's crazy. Like it's nuts. So yeah, no, it's awesome when I'm like speaking to like-minded people, because you know it kind of solidifies why we do what we do, why we love what we love, right? Yeah.
100%.
So
100%.
yeah, awesome. And I think go on.
But what I really like about what Steven said before in the maturity is more so that we all like different things and we can still be together. Like in today's culture, I find two people, they disagree and that's it. I'm like, why?
True.
I can still respect someone even though we disagree. It's like, dude,
like
you like red, I like blue.
I don't like Travis, you like
Travis.
Travis. But we're still good.
I like the fragment sort of it. The Travis Slater a bit more. The fragment and the joy.
But it's really it's good that we can come together like this, and we all have our different niches when it comes to sneakers and whatnots, and we can all respect each other's likes, which is it's really cool. That is the bar I want to set for the younger guys. Not just for the younger guys, maybe the guys even our age. Like, look, guys, we can hang.
I think it's for everybody.
We're different. We come from different walks of life, but we love sneakers, and it doesn't matter what brand.
Choosing one will be out front because he's got all the heat, but we can hang. We're just 5 meters behind.
I'm just like you guys. I tell everyone this. The chosen one is an alter ego on Instagram. Derrick is the real guy. Derrick is just an ordinary guy that likes shoes. That's it. That is me. And I'm sure deep down in the core, you guys are like that too.
Yeah.
And if you're not following his second account of Derrick, well, get on that one too.
That's the backup one in case, knock on wood, the crypto guys get my account. They've been trying, man. They've been really trying.
I think what I love
at least
about
you feel wanted.
what I love about what Derrick is doing is that he's actually sharing like his knowledge, right? And I've said this to him before, and I love the fact that when he's sharing his videos and he's doing his tutorial videos and his images and stuff, you can genuinely sense that the person behind the camera, the person behind this account, is just down to earth and genuine and just wants to share whatever he's learnt in the game and through his journey of just, doing the like brand photography and all that sorts of stuff. I love that, man. Like, so again, much respect to you, my friend. But like every time you post something, I just look and I'm just like, holy crap, how does he do it, man? Like, I don't know how to do it. Like, this is amazing, right? So,
it's like an event, right?
Before this event. Before this show, I sat down and I put the footy on, turned it on mute, and just opened my Instagram page. I said, I need to do some research.
Yeah.
And I opened up yours first, and Emmanuel, and I had yours up, and I'm just looking. I'm going, damn, they're so crisp and so clean. Like, and your style is like,
I agree.
It's uniquely you.
I love
and
his
I'm
style.
like,
I love his style.
Oh, damn. And then I went to participant 2, jumped on Shoes and One's Instagram, and it's so crisp. And the worst thing about that, I've then gone, I might have a look at my feed.
No,
man,
man.
Pick your game up. You're so dirty.
No, you got your own unique style.
That's my style,
and people love that about you. That's.
Your crispiness, both of you, your crispiness of your photos. I don't even know how you do it. Like,
I'll tell you how I do it. I follow SC Kicks,
blows me away.
Old Man Sneaks, Soul Insiders. I just copy their
Soul Insiders.
That's it, man. That's the secret.
Whatever's trending.
Whatever's trending.
Yeah, I
caught L's on every single raffle.
I low-key send all my photos to Derrick first, and I get him to edit it, and I say, send it back to me so I can post it. That's what I'm doing.
I just send him my kicks and go, can you take a photo and send it back to me?
It's weird, speaking about taking pictures of sneakers. I don't know if Paulo is aware of this, but back in the day when you used to take what did you wear today shots and take pictures of your shots, and you post it on the first few days of Facebook. Everyone frowns on you for some reason. Like there was a point in time when the sneaker groups were born, and people were posting on sneaker groups what's on their feet and taking beauty shots of their sneakers. Everyone was getting angry because they were saying it clogs up the feed for the for sales. We can't see the for sale because we can only see you're spamming us with your on-feed shots. I'm posting shots of my sneakers on a sneaker group, for crying out loud. And you're
on my feet, shoes on a foot.
On me.
Bloody hell!
And now in 2022, it's like the most normal thing. Like you gotta do it, man. You gotta post up. Yeah, it's so weird. What was hated upon back in the day, it's now the normal these days. It's weird. It just kind of reinforces the idea. That if you just stick to your guns and be who you are, eventually people will appreciate what you do. Sorry, I keep hitting the chord, but nah, it's one of those things that looking back, all the haters that I have because we posted this sneaker and that sneaker, and it's like everyone's doing it. Even my old haters are liking all my pictures and they're asking me how to do this shots, that shots. It's so weird. It's so weird now nowadays. That's why when people come up to me and ask me for advice and they think I'm all that, I can't relate to it. Like I'm just a normal guy, guys. I'm no one. So it's don't be starstruck. I'm happy. That's why I'm so happy to give the recipe to these shots, to these poses, to how I compose the shit, because I know you guys are just like me and just like the craft. So that's it. Nah.
Oh, he's humble. Come on, bro. Everyone here knows it's all warranted. The thing is, you put the work in there.
Yeah,
so that is
absolutely.
If anything, what's respected is you have literally paid your dues. You've gone through the gamut of, you know what I mean? Like, look, everyone and anyone now has a smartphone and can take a photo, right? So when you and I were starting out back in the day, it's like, how do you even get an angle? And I'm like, well, iPhone 3 for crying out loud, right? So it's like, how do you
remember the
and then all of a sudden people got cameras with tripods. You know what I mean?
Selfie sticks.
Exactly, selfie sticks, and you know what I mean? So it's kind of like we paid our dues. It's again adapting and evolving, and you know what I mean? So now, like you said, everyone and their mum's got a selfie stick or a tripod now. But back in the day, it's like, how do you twist your arm and get that? And then, and I'm just going to drop this now to anyone who's listening, watching, that wants to take a good photo. Lighting is your friend. That's all I'm going to say. Because it doesn't matter what angle you got, if it's got a shadow in front of your stick or whatever you're trying to, your object, it's just not going to work. So,
but that's like, these days, I know for me, my photo taken to photo put on Instagram is all on my iPhone. It never leaves my iPhone.
Yeah.
Like before, it was you had to get a camera and have a cord and have editing software. Now I'm just like, how many free apps can I download that give me a percentage of something? Because I can always take the photo from that app, I can save it to my reel, and I can put it in another app, and then I can edit that part over in that app, and then I can. And it gets complicated after a while when you're like, hold on, where's the save version going? Like that, and you're putting like your shot to what you can do with it on the same bit of equipment that I have to have because I have to have a phone, and that's what phones do these days.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing what you can produce.
That just shows
on
me
an
you've done
iPhone.
the hard yards.
And
100%.
You've trekked the journey.
Yeah. 100%.
I've got one screen and it's got about 8 or 9 photo editing apps on. And when you first start using your phone, you're like, okay, I want to do this, and then you work it out. And now I think I use 3, but I reckon the best app that anybody has for editing their photos is the one that's on the phone, just the phone editing. Like, unless you're doing something different to it and you want to put
Apple
layers
hit
into
this
it,
man
then
up.
you obviously need something else.
Hit this man up for sponsorship. Oh, sorry.
I don't want Apple. Apple don't make sneakers. I just
But
I need more sneakers in my life. My phone's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's right. Maybe you can get a backdoor link.
Back to a link. Maybe I can get an $8.95 subscription for a year or something.
Speaking of, so we're talking about influencing and stuff, and when I started, I ate shit. No,
I'll have to go upstairs to get my baby.
I ate a lot of shit, man. I just wanted to shit. I never said no to any brand, or big or small, that needed my help or wanted to collab. Even though I may not have loved their products, I never said no, especially if they're a starting company, they're a local battler here in Australia. I've always said yes to them. You've probably seen it, the socks, the clothing and everything. I've never said no to them. But as of late, I've sort of kind of noticed, and I've been saying no to more and more brands these days. No, because these brands, they sort of know that some brands
the real
now,
reason.
because they know influencing is the hot commodity and content is the hot commodity, they'll practically, and this is why you should read that dotted line every time you collab with someone. The content you create must still be solely yours, or up to a certain extent of time that can only be used by a certain brand. Because if you don't protect that, man, the brands are gonna use it as much as they want, however they want, without your permission or consent. And I've seen that happen with a few of my stuff that I put out, and it really, it kind of irks me, but it also taught me that lesson that, you know, just make sure to do some research on the brand you're collabing with, and or the agency that brand is being represented by, and how your content is going to be used for now and in the near future. That's all. Because yeah, I've had a few bad experiences with a few brands. So if anyone's, you know, wanna take that plunge.
Well, hopefully one of us gets to
Yeah,
that
I'd love to
point.
get to the. Got to get a brand first.
I've just been beating those brands away.
I'll tell you, if there's anything, the journey was worth it. Learning how to edit stuff, learning how to take photos, learning how to do videos, learning how to talk in front of a camera that's not even a person, doing scripts and everything in between. That was worth it. That was definitely worth it. If the guys that are starting to do this, their end goal is to collaborate with brands, get paid, get famous, get the likes, or get products, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Do it because you're really passionate about what you're doing. Because I've seen a lot of so-called influencers, sneaker influencers, go up and they couldn't sustain that passion. And you know, when something's not right and it sort of stinks and it's not genuine, it just fizzles and fades away. That's what happened to them, man. And now it's sad. Some of them are trying to live that lie that, oh, I'm still all that. And I see some, man, this is how sad it's become and depressing. People will actually fake a collaboration with brands nowadays just to say that they're still collabing with brands. That's how sad it's become.
It's like, it is hard to sustain.
It's hard
Content.
if
It's really hard to sustain content. And I think I had this conversation with yourself over social media, like, you know, and when we first started chatting, like, and I won't say, like, I nearly stopped creating content because you're like, what, you get to that point of what do I be doing it for?
correct.
You forget that you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get so tied up, and you're always trying to better yourself too when you create content, until you get to that point where you're actually satisfied with your product. And I got that point last year where I nearly had enough of taking. I enjoy taking photos, but it is time consuming when you're getting nothing for it. You're going, and then your missus are getting pissed off because you stopped to take photos. You said, I'm just going to the gym, but on the way back, I'm going by this spot that I saw out of the side of my eye when we went to Coles earlier because I thought it was cool to take a photo. Like, and you start but then I think I took that
that was beautiful.
photo, that Lightning 4 photo.
I love that photo, man.
Where I put Santa Claus in the background.
Yeah.
I took that photo and I was like, that's it. I've had enough. That's my pinnacle. I thought that was like, that's my pinnacle of taking a photo.
That you merged together. I was super impressed with that. like I go like
that was only last week.
To actually sit there and wear his kicks and I didn't even realize that it was a shot until you told me so. And oh wow, this guy's leveled up in my mind. Oh my god.
Like, but I got that passion back for taking my photos after you may have dropped my name to somebody and was able to get a product. And it wasn't the product that gave me the passion. It was actually talking to the person that gave me the product that has the same passion for the product. Made me want to put my passion into... let's be honest. If you get a pair of sneakers off somebody, what's that cost them? Even if they're sending out 50 or 60 pairs max, like, it's not costing them a lot because that sneaker was always going to be produced. But if you're taking a photo of that sneaker to the best of your ability and putting it out on social media and you're reaching 10,000 people and 3 of them go and buy that product, they've already fulfilled what they've given you.
Go on, man.
But it's like I got this newfound passion for taking photos from somebody that was giving me something because I could see the passion that they had for the product. Is that like, if you don't have passion, there's no point collecting, there's no point taking photos, there's no point posting on social media, there's no point talking about sneakers. You've got to have passion for it. Like, and I think let's go all the way back to new sneakerheads. And my advice would be, even if you're making money from a sneaker, if you don't love what you're doing, I don't care that you're flipping that sneaker and making $500. If you're not happy with doing it, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Like, you've just got to love it and got to have that passion.
Well, you won't be able to sustain it, I guess.
I don't care what your walk is with sneakers and where you are and whatever we call a sneakerhead and whatever we say, a hype beast or whatever. Do you and bring your passion with it. And if you don't have passion, and we'll go back to meaning as well, about your sneakers and about whatever it is, whatever journey you want to take, you need to find a new one.
NBA cards, Pokemon cards.
Well, I have a love-hate relationship.
NBA card.
Well, going back to content creation, right? Like I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna partner with me, but from my perspective, right, I'm probably the worst person to partner with because I create my content based on my mood, really, because I want to. Like if
that's it exactly.
Photo of a sneakers, I want to. I'm not gonna force myself to have a schedule or to put a deadline on me or to have that pressure that I have to put up something.
Well, welcome to my world.
Like my reels or my videos, right? Like I do them. I do them when I have a concept or when I have an idea in mind, right? Like, what if I try to do a reel like this, or if I try to do a reel like that, and that's the only time that I'll create it. But if someone asks me to do that for them, probably a bad idea because I wouldn't like it. Like, it's not my day job. I'm not here to feed my family. I'm here to share to share my sneakers, to share my photos, to share my reels.
But that's all I'm in. You're saying that you wouldn't have the passion, wouldn't be there in doing it for those reasons. Yeah, the passion is there for doing it for the reasons you're doing it now. You create your content because you love creating your content at that moment.
Yeah.
In a sneaker that you love, where if you're going down a wormhole, and and people when they get in the content creators game, I think the first thing that it's natural. You think, hey, I could build something up here and try and get something, but and this is also that maturity, is you've thought about that and gone, hey, hold on. We look up to people like Choosing One's commitment and passion to putting out dope-ass content week after week after week, because he's got that passion for, and you see that passion through it. If he didn't have that, his content would probably go down.
I'll tell you a secret, guys.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a
It won't be
real
sustainable.
secret, right? Fuck. There are days that fuck, I don't want to do this. Fucking hate this shoe they sent me. Oh, fucking hate this clothes they sent me. How the hell am I gonna make a story out of this? It just like what Old Man Sneak said, your passion's not there, right? But then you go deep inside yourself, and this is where probably I grow the most. It's the days when I don't feel like doing it. I force myself, like, go out there, just take a shot. I don't care what shot it is. Yeah, I don't care what content it is you make. Just do something. Get yourself out get off your ass and do something. And I've found that most of my growth, most of my learning came from these moments when I just literally beat the crap out of myself, and I go, "Whoa, this is not bad." So, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not gonna wait for that moment when I'm hit by inspiration. Those moments happen, but they're rare, and it's very seldom in between. The growing up or the maturity comes from the days when I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna get myself out that front door. I'm gonna bring my camera and bring some kicks. And once I get myself out there, boom, it just takes over. So.
But that's like just in a roundabout way, like, you're a school teacher. You'd be the same. You know that there's days, it's like my missus is a school teacher, so there's days when you don't want to get your backside out of bed, you don't want to go to school, but that could be the day that there's a kid at school that, has nothing for teaching, but for some, for learning, and that day you hit a spark with them.
Absolutely.
You never know when that inspiration is gonna.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely days like, I know that I have a job. I know my role. I know how influential my role is, whether it's a positive or a negative. But I know it's usually those days where you're just pressured to do so much, and you're kind of just like you're so within yourself so much because you're trying to get deadlines done and all that sorts of stuff, that there's that small bit where if you're not aware or in tune with your surroundings, you're going to miss that opportunity to have that one chat with that kid, right? And it could be that just 1 5-minute chat, right? That could just spark something in this kid. So, and I learned very very quickly in my profession that no matter what I do, it's going to influence a kid, right? They can take it for whatever they want to take it for, but if I don't put myself out there and like, hey, how are you going? Or how's your day been? What's your morning like? Recess, what's for recess? Just simple things like that, man. Like,
and they appreciate it.
The
It
kids remember
resonates
that. Like,
with
it's
them.
ridiculous how in tune they are, right? Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think for us, for majority of what we do and what we post online is definitely for us. It's our creative outlet, right? It's our creative outlet, and it's the way that we express ourselves. And I love the variety. Like, Stephen, I love the stuff that you're doing with your edits. Like, Chosen One, like, what you throw up, it's just amazing. Like,
I love Paulo when he
all
mixes
those reels
his
that you're
kicks
doing
with
at the moment.
stories.
Yeah,
Man,
I
dude.
I love the motion.
That's
That's
me.
Have you guys seen?
Me that's Derrick. That's actually I love doing that. When I'm here in my sneaker room, I'll just play with my toys and my sneakers, and look, Megatron matches this with this shoe, and
I did that.
yes, that was
Ninja Turtle one, I think
was
last
dope.
year. I did Ninja Turtles with
cool.
sneakers. Like, I had no inspiration to taking photos, but I'm like, here's a shelf, here's a pair of sneakers, and here's a Funko. It's not much to it.
Yeah.
But they were like some of the biggest appreciated
Yeah.
posts that I put up because people resonate with
Yeah.
that. Not only do they like, you're not hitting one market with sneakers, you're hitting that Ninja Turtle market, and
Yeah.
sneakers brings in basketball, basketball brings in 90s, 80s, 90s, 80s, 90s brings up Ninja Turtle lovers,
And you know what's
and it
cool?
just like people like DMing go, when are you bringing out the next set? I'm like, I've got none
And
left.
what's cool about it is
That's
it's
it.
you.
I can't just-
It's you who it's you present.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you who you present.
It's your
It's
passion.
awesome.
Put back on the.
Look, case in point, right? And I'm just gonna bring it back to content creation and the thingo. Because you never know, like what Steven's kind of saying, you never know if that content you've just put out when you were lazy and you didn't feel like doing it, but that content you created, that content resonated with so many people. Yeah. Like you never know if that's the content that Travis Scott or Kanye is gonna go, whoa, that's dope. I want to hook up with this guy. Yeah, you never know.
That's it.
And it only takes one person to co-sign you that has major influence in something and say, this guy is good. This guy's good. This guy's work is good. I think it's dope. You should follow him. We should work with this guy. And it wouldn't have happened if you didn't get out of your ass that day and tried to produce something. That's what. Look, case in point, man. There was a shot I took of the prototype creation of the designer last night. Yeah, and I didn't think much of it. I didn't edit it. I just put it out there because I finished the work so late and eBay wanted the carousel out by this time, X amount of time. So I put it out there. The designer himself saw it and he DM'd me and he said, bro, that is a dope shot of my work. Even though the entire world, even though the world did not see
he's holding it,
and it was a private DM to me, that meant the whole world to me, man. Like, really, you love what I did? Wow, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. That hits home. It kind of validates what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Just for small moments like those.
Yeah.
But that's, I'll just go on further from that is a lot of people just look at the photo. All right, I'll look at your photo and I'll read your caption and then I'll open up your 7,000 comments and read this is fire. Everyone's response to you is usually, fire, a couple of fire trucks and, so good. But you take the time out of your day to go, I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
The response.
It's not just the up hands because they're the first ones there. And that's what I've learned from you is to engage with somebody because you do not know what they're dealing with. Like it goes beyond sneakers.
Yeah.
Just that simple. Thank you. So they're looking up to you, that if they're taking time out of their day to write a comment in your Instagram, they're like, we're talking something so stupid, but just the way that you go back and it's like I'll have a notification. It's like, oh, Shoes on commented, right? And I'm like, man, you took the time to write that. Like,
just imagine you.
Like I've taken that from you, and just like that's for me now is something that I have to do because you've got to appreciate
taking time
everybody
out of
else.
Taking a slice of their life and just giving that minute to type in how dope your creation is. I mean,
and they're liking your artwork. I think we're very light on what we do and go, it's just content, but it's someone. There's other people like us that geek out over a photo and look at the placement of that little leaf on the left-hand side there. It just matches the color of the aglets on this shoot. Like, I can't be the only person that does that in photos, and they're doing that back to you. So
going up to Michael Jordan and saying, "Bro, what you did for basketball was amazing." Then Michael Jordan gives you a high five, like, "I appreciate that a lot."
And he gives you a high
means
five.
a lot to me. Fuck.
Yeah.
Man, that would
I'm never watching this hand again.
And maybe to some, not Michael Jordan, right? But maybe to some people, it feels like that. Like, I'm connecting to this guy that I like his photos so much, and he's actually he's replying to me, and I'm just, you just made his day. So
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of making someone's day, so I guess going back to you guys' content creation, and some days you don't feel like it, like legit, it feels like a chore. See, to me, that's what defines you not really wanting to get up. So something feels like a chore versus your passion. So what I sort of find I end up doing is, okay, if you're not feeling the same as people do nowadays, they get up on their phone and they see your guys' feeds, and I'm just like, you get inspired, and just a little thing, like you said, the color of the egg, there's something, and then you just envision something, and before you know it, that spark lights up, and you're like, oh, what if I put these two together?
Oh my God,
that's
Yeah.
so if you put these two together, what do you get?
Yes.
And then the lighting and the edits, it just
Yeah.
comes out of your head, and you're just like,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, you've got your shot. Right?
You get my
Have
childhood.
you
That's
seen,
that's what happened.
I think his name, I always get it like his second part of his name. Yeah, at John. I think it's Banco or Blanco. And he does all of his photos with, like, he takes his sneaker and then has, like, so many characters on there. And it's just, if you actually go through his photos, there's storytelling. He's like, there's another part to his, like, the next post, like, we'll post X amount of photos of the one sneaker. He's got these storytellings through his photos, and it's, if you want an account that's, you know, it's shoes and pop culture, like with toys and whatnot, you follow him. John Blanco, I believe his name is, or Banco, one of the, but he's amazing. Like, I have some conversations with him, and I'm like, man, you spend more on your props than you spend on your sneakers. He's like, oh, it's crazy. I think he's UK based, and he does everything in his living room. Like, people think you need studios. He goes, it's too dark and gloomy outside. I just, you know, put some paper down and a sheet, and I create this magic.
Yeah.
But, you know, for the person creating, it's just a photo, because that's how they create. Look at, like, a Cult Nation 87, and it's Jordan 1 photos, and they're all like, he's like, that's just what I do. That's what I know how to do. He goes, if I try to take your photo, I couldn't reproduce it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
true.
professional
style and
friends
their own-
that do wedding photography and do photography for a living in life. And for the life of them, they can't shoot a on-feed shot to save their lives. That's it is what it's like.
It's I think it's a difficult thing on
it's
push shakers.
It's super alien to them.
Well, photography is basically the art of seeing, right?
Yeah.
So you being, because I did street photography for a while. I did it way back. I did it a lot. I studied and all of those things, but it's a
On-feed
different
shots,
beast
100%,
from
yeah.
doing product shots or on-feet sneaker shots. So I mean, photography really is, again, art of seeing. It's how you see things. So with street photography, you go out in the streets, you find situations, you find good compositions, and then you take a shot. Whereas with sneakers, it's like, what's the best way to highlight the sneakers, or what angle should I take, or it's different subject matter. And I guess I'm going on a tangent, but if you're passionate about it as well, I mean, I think you're gonna get the hang of it. Like, I'm sure we're not all heavily trained photographers. Maybe Chosen One is, but
I still can't use a real camera. Like, if I didn't have an iPhone, I wouldn't be doing this. Like, if I couldn't put my phone on 10-second timer, put it down, and know what position I need to get
But
into.
you know what, Steven? I couldn't do what you
I couldn't
do.
do it. I couldn't. Yeah, because I had to
I can do what
try and
you do,
master
man.
this 10-second timer button.
no, it's different process
Yeah.
for everyone. It's like everyone
That's why I
goes
have so
through
much
different
love and
processes
respect for
of
your craft,
creation,
my
I
friend.
guess.
Like, yeah, I think it's, I can't take a photo. I was looking at, like, I saw J.TKS, he posted up those photos from last night, and you scroll through and I look at the photos, I'm like, damn, friends and family, like, and then I'd look at, he credited you for the photos, and I'm like, yeah, he did, they're awesome, like, because but to take photos on someone else's feet is another skill as well. Like, it's one thing to take your own photo because you know where you want to stand, and you know where the camera is, and you know your angle that you're going to pick up. But then to take a photo on someone else's foot and get it as crisp and, in your words, minty fresh
I was
I've ever seen. That's like, that's next level to me.
Much. It makes the photos wobbly. I go, Jay, stay still.
Stay still.
Just too many hands to shake. That's
that took that photo of his. Like to in the air. He was holding on to too much product, and that's why his foot's in the air. I just when I saw that was your photos, I appreciate the photo more. Like, if that was his photo, I'm like, damn, he's good. Like, he hides his talent, and then I'm like, hold on, no, he's giving credit where credit's due. But it's amazing that you can take photos of your own feet and then take photos of someone else's.
Yeah. Well, it's like
crazy.
It's like playing basketball or playing sports, right? You put in 10,000 hours into something. Eventually, the muscle memory will kick in, and then once you do get there, you already know what to do. You don't even think about it. It's just like that. It's just training your mind and your body, and just forcing and this goes back again to forcing yourself to do these things when you don't feel like doing it, because it automatically trains you. Like, when you see a certain spot, a certain shadow, a certain angle, a certain point of light, it clicks straight away. I'm taking that shot right there, this angle, done and dusted, because you've done it so many times, I guess. Anyway,
there's one thing I want to chime. There's one thing I want to chime in there in regards to what Chaz just said. Look, like, you could have the best bloody Nikon or Canon camera. You could know all the skills about shutter speeds. What bloody f-stop to use, whatever. But if you have a particular viewpoint, a particular style, hence the phrase "beauty's in the eye of the beholder." So you taking a particular shot or angle, right, versus the subject. The subject's like, okay, I'll pose. And you're like, no, wait. That how I see or how you see the shot,
true,
is not what they see necessarily, right? So what we're appreciating is your vision,
your eye,
your photo, right? Yeah. So you know what I mean. So in a sense of, when I take the on feed, I actually struggle more than versus if someone else was my model and I know my angles, the lighting, and so forth. But when it's me, I struggle. It's like, okay, where's the light? Where's this? And yes, with the 10 seconds, and I'm going between iPhones and DSLRs and all that. So yeah, it's fun going through all of that stuff. But sometimes you're just lazy. I'm not carrying my bag full of cameras and lenses. The iPhone will do today, kind of thing. So
I just can't wait for one day to get on a plane and fly to Melbourne, and I'm just gonna follow Susan around one time and just see what he does in a day, and just watch his take sneaky photos. And just go, yep. Oh, see, I'd like. That's, and I guess that's another passion, isn't it? Like, we're still talking about passion. It's that next thing is how somebody works, and the passion that they've got to taking those photos. You just want to pick it up, and you just want to hug
infectious.
It like a teddy bear. Don't you?
It's the same thing.
You want to absorb it.
Talk to sneaker designers.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Staple, Steven Smith. They're nerds like us, man. When they're like us. You don't even know when they talk about sneakers and the culture. They're just like this, man. They talk. They geek out. They go, oh, that is dope. This and that. The design's like this. The passion's always there. They say pretty much the same things we do, and it's not fake. It comes from a genuine source. Yeah.
That's I don't know. Speaking of G, you were on Soul Insiders. Probably, I think it was the very start of this season 2. Was like episode 1 or 2. Not that that's like Monday night, if I can get there and watch it, I'm watching it. Like, no matter where I am, if I'm at work, I'm like, oh, it's mealtime, guys. I've got to get and watch this. And you made a comment on there, and like it just resonates to me. You just said, you go, for days after this, I'm just buzzing from talking about. Your wife finds you happier because you're talking about sneakers, and you know, I took that on board, and that just like lit a fire in me.
absolutely.
Like that passion is just, I just love
Yeah.
it. Just love hearing other people
absolutely.
being so passionate about
Yeah.
what I've said. Leather and laces.
It's funny because like after this you watch, like I'll be laying in bed
Cool.
next to her, and I'll be just telling her like, this is all the stuff that we spoke about. It's just awesome. Like so and so did this, and like it's just crazy. Like I love it. I love all this stuff that we're doing. Like it's the best.
It's good. It's like talking to someone. It's like talking to a long lost friend, and that you haven't met in the longest of time,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden we'll just
Yeah.
pick right up where we left off.
Like I'm saying that with you, Shoes. I'm like honored to meet you finally and talk to you face to face. As you know,
Yeah.
we've talked on
Slide
DMs,
to
and
my
you know
DMs.
we've sent care packages to each other in the mail, but you know, yeah, but that's it. And that came from that. I think the first time was like, it was from that, like something to do with a photo, or you know, it was that little spark, and you answered. I'm like, bloody hell. Chuck Slades is talking to me in my DMs,
Except,
like
except,
you know,
except for the people that request.
you know,
No, there's some
Autographs?
weird people on
packages?
Instagram, man. They request pictures of my naked feet with. Anyway, it's what.
What?
what
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop.
I said, we've all got our
Yeah.
own feeds. I don't.
Yeah. Sorry, Derek. I'm gonna stop
Yeah,
asking those questions. I
Yeah,
apologize.
Yeah. Maybe I should open. Yeah, maybe it's time to open up an OnlyFans.
The Jerusalem ones.
account. Chosen fan.
Only
Chosen
only
fans. Yeah. Oh, no, man. Man.
Chosen
And-
feeds.
Oh man,
It's,
I don't know if this is gonna turn off your viewers, old man sneaks, but I'll try to describe it as ungraphically as possible, right? So there was this guy that sent me a video through my and fuck, sorry for swearing, but F me for opening it. I already had a bad feeling about it. It was there was this guy. He probably took it with 2 iPhones. He was scrolling through my feed, right, while you know having his way with himself. And oh man, sorry, I had to share it with you. I just had to get it out of my head.
Did you say out of your hand or out of your head?
Yes. You might have to delete that or edit
Can you-
that from
can you-
the show, man. Might
Can you
might put
forward
off
us
a
the
lot of
video?
viewers.
What's his handle,
Nah,
just in case he slides into my
deleted him,
DMs?
I blocked him.
Reported.
I think. Don't worry about it,
No,
Chosen.
man,
I think all
bro.
3 of my viewers
Bro,
will be
bro,
okay
you're
with
doing
it.
good.
Hey, I checked the numbers last week's
This
show.
thing
It's
you're
going.
doing on YouTube, man. Keep it up, man. You're doing really well.
keep it up, brother.
Hey, you're gonna have
Yeah.
advertisements in
like-
this show
like for me,
soon.
man, it's a must watch straight away. As soon as it pops up on my feed, I'm saving this to watch later, just before I go to sleep.
Thanks.
I'm podcast.
Appreciate
I
it,
love. I
bro.
ride a motorbike most days, and I have my Bluetooth in my head, and I just listen to podcasts or music. But if I can listen to something like this, like it just chews up my time
Yeah,
at
I
work.
do-
I'm
yeah, I
like,
do
this
the
is
same,
awesome.
yeah.
Just talking about sneakers again. And, yeah.
I'm sure we can keep talking for hours. It's been almost 2 hours.
I told
now,
you, didn't
by
I?
the way.
Days.
Yeah.
Days.
This is
This
this is
group-
my longest recording so far.
Well, this group, man. This group's nuts.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna hold you off, guys, too long anymore. And I'm sure some of you will be back again to talk sneakers, and I'm more than happy to have every one of you back. Like kicking it with G's 3rd time, SE Kick 2nd time. So I enjoy, like I said, I'm new to the game, and I enjoy talking to old heads like you guys and learning and
No,
just absorbing as much information as
no,
I
thank
can.
you.
And I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
I
you
really
for having
appreciate
me.
you guys giving me the time. 2 hours of your time to
Yeah,
Well,
chat.
I'm
And-
thankful for
you're
being
not
on
new
here.
to the game anymore, man.
Yeah,
Old man kicks. You're not new to the game anymore, man. You cut your teeth.
you're
Trust me.
getting you're getting long in the tooth.
Yeah, long in the tooth.
Well, yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks again, guys. And if you guys are still listening, thank you. Hopefully you'll be back and just keep following the podcast. And
Thanks for watching, guys.
thanks, guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
guys.
Good
Nice
night.
to meet everybody
Amazing.
again.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Cheers, guys. Good night.
Bye.
See you, boys.
Cool.